Hello witches, good morning. Welcome to this pop-up live broadcast on this Saturday. I am High Priestess Autumn Venus. Go ahead and share this broadcast with a witch or two or three that needs to have this information. Why do spells work for some witches and not others? Go ahead and tell them that there is a High Priestess here in New York City. Once again, I am High Priestess Autumn Venus, who is anointed and appointed by the Queen of Witches, Hecate, to be a voice for witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive Hecate's best. Wake them up. They may be sleeping in on this Saturday morning. Wake them up because they need this word. Actually, all witches need this word. Why do spells work for some witches and not others? When your spell does not work, it sucks. You feel like you have failed as a witch. You don't know what went wrong, why it went wrong, but Hecate, the Queen of Witches, has instructed me to broadcast this live to share why and how to fix it. Because when your spell does not work or does not work as good as you intended, it makes you feel like a failure as a witch. It may make you draw away from the craft of the wise. And we can't have that because as witches, we know that witchcraft is working with the energy found in nature to bring about real significant and permanently positive change. Why do some spells work for some witches and not others? There are two reasons that I've noticed why spells work for some witches and not others. The first reason is what I am famous for talking about all the time for years now, is that you have not done real world action after doing that spell, ritual, hex, or curse. Every time you do a spell, you have to do something afterwards. Every time you do a spell, you right away get downloaded information into your spirit of the real world action that you must take, the part you must play in that spell working as you intended. It is not enough to just do a spell and hope for the best. As witches, we must move past hope. Witches do not need hope. Witches must take action. Real world action. Real world action. Somebody write that down. Real world action. Forget about what you see in movies about witchcraft. That's not true. That's just, it's all Hollywood. Forget about what you see in movies and TV and books and comic books and fan fiction. That is not real witchcraft. It is not. Witchcraft is working with Witchcraft is working with the energy found in nature to bring about real significant and permanently positive change. So the witch may not ever experience hard times or to get through hard times. That can only happen if you do real world action. I am famous for saying this. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's not enough to just believe your spell will work. You have to be an active participant in making the spell work as you intended. You have to do something. It's not enough to just do a spell, sit around the house, and hope for the best. If you want to get a job, you do a spell for a job, but you still have to apply for the job. You still have to be qualified for the job. If you want to be married, you still have to leave your house. Mr. or Mrs. Right is not going to break into your house. Your future husband or wife is not going to break into your house and sweep you off your feet. That's never going to happen. You have to do, you are required to do real world action. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Witches, I'm telling you, witches must move past hope. Witches must move past the belief that spell will work. You have to do something. One reason why spells work for some witches and not other witches is because they are an active participant in that spell. They do real world action. It's not enough to do a spell to get A+ on a test if you do not study for that same test. You will not get a F. You will get a F. Expect it. I like to also say failure to prepare is prepare to fail. You have to do something. You must choose to be an active participant. I'm telling you, this is the truth. Every time you finish a spell, ritual, hex, or curse, you right away, I'm talking about instantaneously, get information from your chosen God, goddess, about what you need to do in the physical world so that something in the supernatural realm can move in your favor. You have to do something. What your chosen God or goddess tells you to do in that moment may not make sense. You may not even agree with what they said, but it's still the right thing to do. With no sorrow added on. That's very important to me to mention. With no sorrow added on. That means what they tell you to do, it will not lead you into trouble. It will not lead you into a prison or on death row. Nothing. It will only be to benefit you. You can work out the details later, but do what your chosen God or goddess or ancestor or Hecate, the queen of witches, told you to do. I'm telling you, I can't say this enough. You immediately get downloaded information into your spirit on what you need to do after you have walked away from your altar, after you have walked away from your magical workings. You right away get downloaded information into your spirit on what you need to do to make that spell work. That is one reason why spells work for some witches and not others. It's not enough to just do a spell, walk away, and hope for the best. Witches do not need to hope for the best or prepare for the worst. No, we don't need to do that. Stop doing that. If you are the type of witch that does that, this is why your spells don't work. This is actually exactly why your spells don't work. It's just me right now on this morning breaking it all the way down for you. I'm here to help. I'm here to uplift. I'm here to counsel witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive the queen of witches, Hecate's best. Because no witch should be going through life the hard way. Everybody else who is not witches, who do not walk the path of the wise, they go through hard times. They struggle. They are miserable. They are in poverty. They are destitute. But that is not going to be a witch. Not with the powers that we possess to change our life the better through witchcraft. It's witchcraft. It's witchcraft. Once again, witchcraft is working with the energy found in nature to bring about real, significant, and permanently positive change. Because no witch and I can't say this enough, no witch should be going through life the hard way. Your life should not be hard. You should not be waking up in the morning not wanting to get out of bed. You should not be waking up in the morning wanting to kill yourself. You should not be waking up in the morning wanting to go back to bed because there's nothing good in life for you. That happens to other people who are not witches, not to you. That will not be you. So that's one reason why spells work for some witches and not witches, because you are not doing real world action. The second reason why spells work for some witches and not other witches is because that spell is not meant to be done. You can't force something that does not fit. You cannot force a triangle into a square. You cannot force it. The universe, your chosen God or goddess or Hecate is not going to push the barrier of something that would be destructive for you. It is because you should not be doing that spell. If you find your candles or incense going out long before they have burned out, that's an indication that spell is going to hurt you rather than help you. Spells are meant to help you. Spells are meant to change your life for the better. For many witches watching this morning, finally change your life for the better. Sometimes spells do not work. It's because you should not be doing that spell. Well, it is you because you are trying to force something that cannot fit, but it's protection. It's divine protection from your chosen God or goddess Hecate. They're telling you, do not do this spell. It's not going to help you. It's going to hurt you. This is not for you. This is not the right time. This is a bad idea. Your intentions are not aligned with your heart. This is for a selfish reason. This is for a downright evil reason. You're asking for something in a spell that you are not ready to handle. And I'm not going to add my strength to your own efforts. If you are not meant to be doing a spell, your chosen God or goddess is not, I repeat, not going to add their strength to your efforts. They are not going to help you. You are totally by yourself. Totally by yourself. That's a really big one. You should not be doing that spell. You cannot force something that does not fit. Have you tried forcing a triangle into a square? It's not going to work. It's never going to work. It's not an equal size. The two different sizes is not going to work ever. If you're getting sign after sign after sign not to do that spell, just stop. Matter of fact, your chosen God or goddess will tell you what spell you should be doing. But if you ignore them and go on with your own understanding of witchcraft, it's not going to work because you have no power backing it up. You have no God or goddess or Hecate adding their strength to your own efforts. That has got to stop. You can't force something that does not work. One reason why your spells don't work is because you should not be doing that spell. Stop it. Just stop it. Ask your chosen God or goddess or ancestor, should I be doing this spell? And they will tell you in a way that you can understand, in a voice that you can understand. They only want the best for you. This is why we praise and worship our chosen gods and goddesses, so that they can add their strength to our spell work. But if we choose to ignore them, then we are left completely and totally alone. And you never want to be alone on the path of the wise, because you will not have real significant and permanently positive change. It's never going to happen. One reason why spells work for some witches and not other witches is because you should not be doing that spell, and because you are not doing real world action. That's it. That's the two that I've noticed the most in all my time as a high priestess. You should not be doing that spell, or you need to be doing real world action. So once again, witches, I am High Priestess Autumn Venus. Go ahead and share this broadcast with a witch or two or three. Like I said, if they are asleep, wake them up, because they need this word. I want the spells of witches to work, because no witch should be going through life the hard way. Witchcraft is meant to change your life for the better. You are not meant to struggle or be destitute or be a loser as a witch. That's not you. That's not me. You are meant to live a life of real significant and permanently positive change through witchcraft. That is the destiny of every witch. So thank you, witches, for joining me this morning, and I will speak to you, witches, next time. Bye, everyone.